world of the dragon, the young boy from another world, Goku, is being trained by his adoptive grandfather, Son Gohan. Gohan used to be a very skilled Keyblade warrior after his training under Master Roshi, but retired after there wasn't much darkness to fight in this world. He can still summon his Noibo Keyblade, and attempts to train this young boy to summon a Keyblade of his very own. It's very hard for the young Goku to summon a Keyblade due to his alien heritage, and it seems he may not be able to summon one for himself. The boy has incredible powers, however, and is a martial arts prodigy, being able to train with his grandfather and prove to be a match even without a Keyblade. This makes Gohan pretty proud, and maybe this boy can be a huge help in the battle against darkness even without a Keyblade. However, one fateful night, Goku's Saiyan heritage gets the better of him, with him looking up at the full moon and transforming into a great ape. With his mind gone, Goku goes on a rampage, with Gohan summoning his Keyblade and attempting to calm down his grandson and return him to normal. Goku's powers are too great, however, and he stomps on his grandfather, killing him. Once the full moon disappears and Goku returns to normal, he finds his grandfather and his Keyblade. The Noibo Keyblade is passed on to Goku for him to use since he's the one who killed its master, and now Goku has a Keyblade, but at the cost of his grandfather's life. Goku spends the next few years training with his Keyblade in the wilderness, surviving all alone. That is, until a young girl named Bulma arrives at his doorstep looking for his Dragon Ball. She's heard tales of the legendary Shenron Keyblade, and that it was split into 7 pieces long ago. If one is able to gather all 7 pieces, then not only will they gain the power of the Shenron Keyblade, but they will also be able to have one wish. Bulma doesn't really care about owning the Shenron Keyblade, and just wants to wish so she can have a boyfriend. But after hearing this tale, Goku is very interested in the power of the Keyblade, and wants to go along with Bulma to see if he can see this Keyblade for himself. Bulma is shocked that this little boy has a Keyblade of his own, since she's never actually seen a Keyblade wielder in the flesh before. With him by her side, this journey will go a lot smoother, so she invites him to come along. Bulma also knows that the Dragon Balls are scattered throughout the worlds, and there's really no way to traverse the worlds on her own. Thankfully, she's a genius, and managed to design the gummy ship to use to travel in between the worlds to find the Dragon Balls. Goku and Bulma hop into their gummy ship and begin their quest throughout the worlds for the Dragon Balls. As these two begin their quest, Xehanort and Ventus have been traveling around the worlds as well. Over these years, Xehanort has been trying to figure out a way to summon the Keyblade, the most powerful Keyblade of all that can summon Kingdom Hearts and rewrite the worlds to his image. After he discovered Ventus, he found darkness inside of him that may be able to summon the Keyblade. He first discovered its existence long ago during the battle with King Piccolo, as when Kami and Piccolo fought, the Keyblade began to form around them. Through his years of travel, he discovered that the Keyblade could only be forged during a battle between pure light and pure darkness. Since Kami was pure light and Piccolo was pure darkness, it was perfect for the Keyblade to be summoned. Though, with Piccolo trapped within the realm of darkness, there's no way for him to be able to get the two to battle again and forge the blade that way. That is, until he discovered Ventus. He attempted to train him up to increase the darkness in his heart, that way he could separate the light from the dark. Though, Ventus is far too weak. Every time he sends him off to battle the Heartless, Ventus is barely able to destroy any of them, and this really gets on Xehanort's nerves. He decides to take the darkness out of Ventus's heart prematurely, in hopes that this will spark a fight from him. Xehanort summons his Keyblade and stabs Ventus right in the heart, siphoning all of the darkness from within his heart, and creating the being known as Vanitas. Vanitas is just as powerful as the Demon King Piccolo, though this time under Xehanort's control. He is loyal, powerful, and would easily kill Ventus if they battled now, which isn't what Xehanort wants. The two need to be able to clash as equals for the Keyblade to be summoned. With the way Ventus is now, there's no chance of that happening. Ventus is going to need to train some more, and as much as it pains him to do it, there's only one person he can think of who can possibly train the boy: Goku and Bulma have gone through a few worlds and managed to gather quite a few of the Dragon Balls, with the next world they need to travel to being the Land of Departure. Once the two land on this world, they are met with Master Ericus. Ericus recognizes Goku instantly, saying that he must be the boy that Gohan took in years ago, and he can see the potential inside himself. Goku is happy to find somebody that knew his grandpa, and asks if he's a Keyblade wielder as well. Ericus tells Goku that he indeed is, and he's been training a few of his pupils as well, Terra and Aqua. Terra and Aqua come outside to greet the two, with Terra and Goku bonding over their shared tales. Their tales are very uncommon, it seems, among other people they meet, so it's nice to see that there's somebody else with one. Bulma asks Ericus if they can have the Dragon Ball he possesses, as they're trying to collect them all to summon Shenron and get their wish. Ericus tells her that he understands that she means no harm, and definitely just wants to get a harmless wish, but he can't allow her to get this Dragon Ball. His old friend Kami entrusted him with the ball once he gave up being a Keyblade Master, and if Shenron is formed once again, then powerful beings of darkness will come to take that power for themselves, and the universe would be in extreme peril. Bulma didn't expect all of that, since she just wanted to make a wish for the perfect boyfriend, and not to end the universe. While it seems that they're going to have to cut their trip short, maybe they picked a good place to end it, since this Terra here seems kinda cute, and he might be boyfriend material. Terra, of course, is uncomfortable by this, but Bulma isn't letting him get away from her that easily. Goku asks if he can be trained by Ericus, since he hasn't had a master in so long since his grandfather's death, since he'd love to train with him and other Keyblade wielders like Terra and Aqua. Ericus has no problems with it at all, and is about to say yes, until a corridor of darkness opens right behind them, and Xehanort and Ventus step out. Ericus's eyes go cold as he glares at Xehanort, asking him what he's doing here. Xehanort tells him to relax, as he's not here to cause any more trouble, and he doesn't want to be here himself. All he wants is to drop this young boy off in hopes of him being trained by him. He tried to train him himself, but he's just not cut out to be a teacher, and with all of the darkness being drained from the young boy's body, it seems that he has nothing to draw out himself. Ericus is concerned on finding out that Ventus's darkness has been removed from his body, as that gives him pretty bad flashbacks of Kami and Piccolo from long ago. With his darkness gone, there may be an entity tied to this boy, like how there was for Kami. He remembers the brutality that was caused by Piccolo, and he doesn't want something like that to happen again. He reluctantly tells Xehanort that he will train the boy, but that if he discovers that he had anything to do with this, then he'll kill him himself. Xehanort laughs and opens another corridor of darkness to step through, with Goku looking on in confusion. He could feel a gigantic presence from that man, somebody way out of his league. Who exactly was he? Ericus apologizes to Goku, saying that he's going to have to give his first priority to this boy right here in hopes of stopping a great darkness. However, that doesn't mean he's going to leave him high and dry. He'll lead him to the one who trained his grandfather in the first place, Master Roshi, as if Roshi discovers that he sent him, then he'll surely train him just like how he trained Gohan. Goku is disappointed he can't train with the others, of course, but knows that he can come back eventually once everything with Ventus has gotten a little bit better. Bulma brings Goku to Kame House in the Gummy Ship, and then departs immediately after to go and try and get something on with Terra. Once Goku meets with Roshi and explains who he is to him, Roshi of course takes him on as a student, and trains him how to really use his Noibo Keyblade. Since Goku has only been using it as a sword for all these years, and has never been able to quite figure out the magical properties that a Keyblade possesses. A monk named Krillin arrives on the island to try and achieve a Keyblade as well, so these two boys train under Roshi as Keyblade wielders. Over these months, Krillin is able to harness the power of his Starlight Keyblade, as Goku discovers more about his Noibo. He finds out that with magic, he can make the blade extend as far as he wants, and can even shoot many beams out of it, such as fire, water, and electricity. All of these attacks he had no idea were possible, and through this training with the Keyblade, he discovers that he can unleash attacks like this himself. Techniques like the Kamehameha he can unleash by himself, and he can amplify this attack even more so through the power of the Keyblade. Roshi is very impressed with the progress that Goku and Krillin have been making with their Keyblades, and tells them that he thinks that they're ready to participate in the upcoming Keyblade tournament. The two have no idea what that is, and Roshi explains that it's normally an every 5-year tradition for Keyblade wielders from all worlds to participate in the Keyblade tournament to test their skills on one another. Of course, there aren't as many Keyblade wielders anymore, but there are still enough for a tournament, and with all of their training, he thinks that they're ready to compete. Excited, Goku, Krillin, and Roshi take Bulma's gummy ship off to the Olympus Coliseum to participate in the Keyblade tournament. Once there, they meet up with Ericus's crew of Terra, Aqua, and Ventus. Goku is happy to see these guys again, and is happy to see that Ventus seemingly has gotten a bit better, and can actually talk now. Ventus rarely remembers anything about Goku, but is still happy to have somebody talk to him like a friend, since he really doesn't have many. Other wielders arrive as well, with Master Yen Sid presenting his newest student, King Mickey. Yet, I've officially reached peak content by having Goku meet with Mickey Mouse in a what-if. The Ox King arrives with his daughter, Chi-Chi, who is a Keyblade wielder in her own right, and she seems to hit it off with Goku pretty fast. The students of the Crane School won't be able to make it this year, but it's a surprise to everybody to see Xehanort make his way to the tournament with a student of his own, Vanitas. All of the masters around can sense the darkness coming from this boy, with Ericus recognizing what it is immediately and glaring daggers at Xehanort. Phil announces to the wielders that these are the most participants that they've had in decades, so this will certainly be a tournament to remember. The matches will begin with Krillin vs. Aqua, and then move on to Ventus vs. Mickey, Terra vs. Goku, and then end with Chi-Chi vs. Vanitas. Ericus is thankful that Ventus and Vanitas won't meet in the first round, and hopes and prays that they won't meet at all, and that the tournament will go down peacefully. But, by the way Xehanort is smiling, he has a feeling this tournament is going to be a battle for the fate of the universe. And that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now. Hope you guys enjoyed the melding of Birth by Sleep into the beginning of the Dragon Ball series. And don't worry, you haven't seen anything yet from how these series are going to intersect. If you want to see more, then make sure to like the video and subscribe, as if we can get this video to 500 likes, then I'll make sure to continue with another part. And before I go, I'd just like to give a shout out to all of my amazing patrons. In the official patron tier, we have Nathan, BBB, Bossmaker, and Michelle Willems. In the moving up in the world tier, we have Patrick Sanilin, John Lister, Senshunron92, Og Woodtree, Ogata Shiba, Monal, Blake Foyer, Matthew Garcia, Vegito Gaming 72, True Lightning Striker, Joseph Calvin Liu, Semroth, Dreadpool, and The Boy Swaggy. In the VIP patron tier, we have Always Zero and Levin726. And finally, in the God tier, we have Tony Kage, TailsHomie99, and Caleb Gotcha FNAF. Thank you, especially you three. You guys are absolute gods. And with all that, thank you all so much for watching, and until we meet again. See you later!